Did you know that the revolutionary technology that lies behind ChatGPT and the AI revolution that's happening all around us today is essentially something called neural networks? Now, neural networks were thought up in the 50s, but the amazing fact is that for a large number of years after that, especially in the 60s, leading authorities in the field, government institutions, educational institutions, the entire system completely gave up on neural networks. They debunked it and they completely gave up the pursuit of understanding what neural networks are. And there's only a few handful of people that continued that line of inquiry and eventually led to the revolution that we have today, which is only possible because of neural networks. So this is a really amazing fact from this book, Genius Makers by Cade Metz. Great book to read because it helps you understand what's going on around us in the world today. But the more important thing that I feel that I took away from the first few pages of this book was that if you have an idea, just because a figure of authority or the entire system or institutions tell you that you're wrong doesn't mean that you're wrong. It could be that circumstances could change and validate your ideas later. For example, computers became much faster and they could do billions of calculations per second, which allowed those theories of neural networks to be validated and so on. Sometimes other fields of study haven't caught up with your ideas, so you're not able to validate it. But don't give up on your idea just because you're told you're wrong. Pursue your own line of inquiry and reach the truth, your own truth, to the very end. Of course, that might mean you go down some rabbit holes and you could end up being wrong, but I think it contributes to your overall understanding of knowledge in that fashion. And sometimes, in fact, very often, the system can be wrong. If you think about all the great big mistakes that were made by systems or the belief prevalent at the time, if you think of Galileo and of course this example as well, then you know that happens far more frequently than we think. So don't give up on your ideas just because you're told you're wrong. Give up on your ideas when you believe you've reached the end of your inquiry and find your own truth. I think that's the inspiration I take away from this. Great book. Suggest you read it.